you started again?
Yeah, I think we're having Anton and kind of Mark McKenzie up there as a 2, and Partick obviously changed to kind of back 5 in front 2 as well. It was almost a match-up, and they worked out the conditions and how to kind of play that quicker than us. You know, they played the ball up to Tony Watt and Samuel, and they done well at holding it up and getting up against that second ball. And we didn't really do that as good. We competed, but without really winning the battles and winning the second balls, which allows you to then dictate a bit of territory, and then you know you can play in the final third with your cross season, trying to get shots away. But yeah, that first 25 minutes or so, we weren't quite up for that battle, and we had to regroup at half time. And luckily, obviously the penalty doesn't go in, and Liam gives us a chance to try and get back into the game. The second half was a lot better after kind of working a few things out.
Yeah, you managed to get a reaction in the second half, just need to change things about a wee bit too.
Yeah, and it was really just going back to basics. Yeah, going a little bit more direct. We bring Curtis on, who's very good at holding the ball up if you can get the ball into him. So him and Anton linked up well, and then George comes on and does the same. So you know, we just had to force the issue a little bit. We kind of getting it forward quicker, picking up second balls and crossing, and forcing them to defend the box a little bit more, gain a little bit of territory that way. And you know, a lot of they did have chances as well, with a few breakaways and moments in the game, but they're going to because they're a good team. But yeah, I think getting the one goal back, you could have asked more questions of them and try to create that second goal, but it just didn't quite fall for us on the day.
With the manager's red card?
Just frustration in certain situations where we probably felt like whether it was 50-50 decisions or we're always going to be slightly biased in how we maybe see it, but a lot of decisions seem to go in the favour of the home team, and that frustration builds, and eventually we obviously get a yellow, and then there was a bit of simulation. I think Marco got booked for simulation, and Marco's a quick player, gets called out for diving in the middle of the pitch, and then I think one of their players towards the dugout does the same. We ask a question, and ultimately he's in the stand. So yeah, these things happen, and it's the heat of the game in the moments, but yeah, disappointing as well.
That second yellow could have been avoided, just maybe a wee bit of common sense almost from part of the officials too.
I think just an explanation of, we're just asking about whether players kind of been booked for the same thing, but it was the card was out straight away. I think there was a real eagerness to put Scott in the stand, which again is disappointing, but they'll have their reasons for it, and who knows, we'll maybe hear what that is in the next few days.
In terms of obviously dropping out of player sports, I mean that's obviously a disappointing day with results going against each other otherwise as well.
Yeah, it's the first time since kind of been in that third and fourth place, we've kind of fell out of it. So it's always been close, even though we've had that fourth one. So we know a couple of results here or there. It's going to dictate being fourth, fifth, sixth. I think Wraith Rovers have won again today, so it's really close around about that middle area of the table. So we need to just regroup. We've got St Johnstone Cup away on Tuesday, and then Wraith Rovers at home. So good games and good tests for us to react well from this defeat, and hopefully progress in the cup and get a good positive result at home against Wraith.
Thanks very much, Stephen.